Hey everyone, it's Goldie, and I'm back with the second part of my haul, and I have a quick little bit from Hobby Lobby, and the rest of it is Michael's, and all of that is actually pretty substantial, but like I said, this is all from over the course of a few days, and birthday shopping, and coupons, and all of that from Labor Day, and whatnot, and gift certificates and all that good stuff. So let's jump right in. So got this fairy tale charm. It actually says a grumpy. And I jokingly tell my husband he's all of the 7 dwarfs at any one time or other. And yeah, sometimes he laughs, sometimes he doesn't. But you'll notice that was only 60 cents, so I grabbed it. And they didn't have any of the other ones, so there was that. And spare parts were on sale. Everything spare parts was 50% off. And why are we not focusing? Everybody seems to be having an issue with focusing lately. So we're about to go camping and hunting, and we always use lanterns like that, so I thought this would be cute to add to one of the pages when I put everything together afterwards. So, and all these others, always something that one can do with those cute little charms. So there's that. And everything that was Metal Gallery was all 50% off. So bead caps, cute little bead caps, kind of cone shaped with a little flower-esque type thing there. And I love those. And these. So like I said, everything Metal Gallery was all 50% off. So focus. There we go. So, and I already used one of those little cameos on that that glass tile that I did the other day. So, okay. And, okay, Anna, if you're paying attention, this is the 2mm crystal, they call it cup chain, but it's that cute little dangle chain that we use. And you asked about, and so these are the clasps, and I showed you that in the other video, like from the Walmart stuff. So, but there's that, and they do come in different sizes because, like I said, the chain itself actually comes in different sizes. So the only thing you need to make sure that you do is you get the right size end chain to go on your dangle chain. And so, and I do know you can actually kind of color these a little bit with alcohol ink if you need to, if your chain is darker or you don't like that shiny bling thing. So there's that. And the jewelry shop was also 50% off. And so I got some black head pins. No, excuse me, eye pins and head pins and some black jump rings. And then I always keep lots of crimp tube beads on hand. And even though, you know, you can use them for doing your jewelry and putting your stuff together, I actually use them for the ends of my beads. So like when I'm ready to use beads, these are the ones I used on those projects. Ready to use the beads, I cut the end and put the crimp bead on the end of it so that I still have the label. I know where I got them, I know where they came from, and I can actually hang them when I store them, and I haven't, it's just easier than trying to find some place to put all of these because they just take up so much space. So there's that. And Color Gallery was actually on sale for 50% off. So I got those and those. And I just kind of like the iridescence that's on those. And I've got a shadow, but yeah. So, like, that being said, like this one's got this little bead on the end. I would clip that off, use whatever it is I needed off the strand or whatever, and then slip a crimp bead on the end and just crimp it so that it's still hanging with the rest of the beads that came on it. So, that's why I do that. And, okay, ribbon on the spool was also 50% off. So these were only $1, and that's 8-inch, like it says sea green. And this is the yellow organza. I love organza ribbon. 1/8 of an inch, and there's that. Had to have some decorative trim, so I bought some of the white rosette. I use it a lot, and just because you guys don't see those projects doesn't mean they don't get done. Some of them get done and like leave the premises before I even think about getting the videos done. So, and also some black tulle, and it just says that it's matte tulle. I have the glitter black, and it gets everywhere, so I needed some just plain black. So there's that, and I needed some more organza bags because I used all the ones I had, and all the bridal stuff 50% off, so that's the best time to get it. So we got that size, and I got that size. So there's those, and that's it for Hobby Lobby. Actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. I found this fabric the other day, and I absolutely love it. I'm thinking about using it for a background when I do my videos, so have that. And it kind of matches. It's a slightly lighter color than my dress form, but it kind of goes with, and I really like it. And I'm thinking I might want to cover a chair too, so I got 2 yards. And because I had a coupon for that, so I did that. Okay, now on to Michael's. So I got some stuff that was in the clearance area. So I found these beads. They were in clearance. And I just liked kind of the shape of the little baubles. And even though they're acrylic, they're just kind of nice to have. So just something different. So got those. And I think they were only like $1 or something. So, and this is a Becky Higgins Project Life, and it was in the clearance aisle, and the only thing that's actually got a malfunction is, I don't know, can you see that? It's like where the label was attached to it, and it does not wipe off, can't make it go away, so I'll figure something out. But this was like the 8x8 or whatever, and I pulled the label off, and when I did, that's what was left. So, but I like that. Project Life. And let's see, some of these glass ornaments. And I got 2 packages, which was kind of dumb. I should have grabbed another one. And these are actually the glass ones. And they're kind of the flat, squashed, flat ones. And, yeah, I mean, who does ornaments in a set of 8? Normally I do set of 12, so I need an extra package of those. And found these, and these are porcelain. So you have to have a set of mittens. So I got 2 of those, and because it's almost hunting season, had to have a deer. Gotta love it. So need to do something with those. So let's see what else. From the dollar bin, found these. And it's like Thursday they weren't there, but Friday they were. So we've got this funky little pattern, and those are like wood veneers on there. So not very big. Cute little clothespins. Love that. This nice little plaid on wood veneer. This one kind of got a linen type feel to it. And same with that one. So super cute. Should have gone back and grabbed a few more, but I didn't. And speaking of wood veneer, found these. And there were only 3. So I grabbed all 3 of them. And then this one, Merry Christmas. Thought they were really pretty. And because there were only 3, I took all 3 of them. And I already pulled the labels off because I hate the labels on those. So, got those. And, found these in the Christmas section. Cute little sparkly ornate ornaments. They're plastic, but they're pretty sturdy, so I already know what I'm going to do with those. And found these. And this is mini canvas banner. And they came with like different patterns and stuff. The rest of them were kind of wrinkled, like all wrinkled up in the package. So I got that one and this one. And that's all there were of the butterflies, but like I said, the rest of them were wrinkled, so I didn't get those, but there's those. Everybody needs those. Metal embellishments. You can all use lots of keys, so grab those. Got some paper bags. Just the cute little craft paper bags. And you'll notice that actually says food safe. If that will, yeah, food safe. And some Project Life. There is absolutely no Heidi Swap Project Life in my store. It sold out within just a couple of hours after it went, and they're not getting any more. So there's that. But there are the patterns that are in there, and I absolutely love the overlays. So got those. And let's see, some Adirondack alcohol inks, and that's the ink and the mixative. Gotta love that. So, and this one, and like I said, everything was kind of like it was on sale, or if it wasn't on sale, I had coupons, and then you got your 20% off of everything. So yeah, I don't think I did too bad. So I found Bling on a Roll. And what really sucks is for the price of these, they just suck on their price. These are like $3.99. There's not even a full yard on there. You get 30 inches. And very pretty, but, you know, kind of crazy. The only time you can get it is when it's 40% off like it was now. So, and that one, I found that. And then these. I think these are really pretty. So I got 2 of those. And this one. Only one of those was available. And this one, that's the corners. So those are really super, super pretty. So I grabbed 2 of those. Everything was pretty well picked through. But yeah, rhinestone stickers. Love those. Can't have enough of those. So there's those. And then I found some Jolie's. And these are absolutely adorable. Love those. And that says baby pink and silver multi-shaped gems. So there's those. And you can see how big that they are. So that's kind of cool. And this one. And that one says Clear Set Gems. So, gotta love that. And Halloween for Jolie's. Throwing things. Halloween for Jolie's. And I like that these are super, super dimensional, but they're nice and heavy. They're really super, super heavy. So, had to get 2 of those. And then there's this one. The cute little Halloween banners. So, like that. So, I had to have 2 of those. And this one, I got 2 of those, and why, I don't know, I only grabbed 1 of these. Might have been because there was only one, I don't know, I don't remember, but super cute, really nice and heavy. So like those. And then the Recollections Midnight Magic for Halloween. This is 18 tags, and they're all exactly the same. And, you know, the cardstock on it, or the paper, whatever it is, it's pretty good. It's pretty heavy. And this matches the Midnight Magic sets that came from last year. So, yeah. I'm thinking we're on a, can't even, spit it out, spit it out. None of us have been able to say that lately. Clothespins. So, super cute. And dimensional stickers. These match the ones from last year also, Midnight Magic, so those are cute. Found that. And these are transparency frames, and super, super cute. 6 in there, and they are like, there's 5x7 and 4x6, so those are cute. And Midnight Magic, they call this value stickers, and there's just these pages, and, you know, little tiny, and I'm thinking cut those out, just do a little fussy cut, and then stack them up and make a dimensional sticker out of them, or punch them out and use them for something else. But skulls, wow, still with the focus. Come on. Yeah. Crows. Spiders. And those are actually a decent enough size. One could actually cut that out and maybe do a bottle cap or something. Same with that. And some chandeliers, and there's that. So there's those. And let's see. I found some ribbon. And I know these say $4.99, but they were not $4.99. I think these were on sale. So 1/8 of an inch ribbon. I'm thinking to use for my bottle caps or whatever. And that one. Yes, get in the frame. So we've got that. And some more of that. And let's see, are we almost there? I think we're almost there, everybody. Almost there. So, now the fun part. Industrial Chic. Found those. They were on sale. So I grabbed the only 2 that were there on the shelf. They're just always handy to have. Just for something different. For cute little chains or dangles or whatever that one wants to do. So, it's Bead City. So I found some charms. Little teapot. And I think that was like 49 cents. Big Ben. Don't know that you can actually see that, but that's Big Ben. Come on. No? Focus. There we go. Big Ben. And that cute little heart. And pretty little ballerina. And this set, there's like, you know, spider webs and a scorpion and a bat and a frog and alligators and all kinds of weird creepy stuff. So there's that. And let's see. So this strand of beads. Super cute. Very springy. So found those. And yeah, more of these chandelier ones. And because my husband just thought apparently I needed those, he grabbed, wow, I've got a bunch. 4, 5, 6 packages, 6 strands of those. So there's those. And green, 2 more of those. And black, 2 more of those. And there's another one of those strands. Had to have another one of those. Got some more of these. Love the iridescent on those. And the size is really super nice. And so, got these. There's like 4 strands of this one. And it's got kind of an iridescent, it's like flat on the sides, you know, matte finish. And then shiny on the edges, but it's like iridescent. And they look a lot prettier in person. So there's like 4 of those. 2 more of these. I already had some, but had to have some more. So there's 2 more of those. Super pretty. And 2 more of these. And I just wish they actually said what they are, but they don't. And they didn't even, like, on the wall. So, I don't know. But super, super pretty. And these almost, like, you just almost can't decide where to put your eye to look at it for the color. But a lot prettier in person. Okay, there's that, and I think almost done this. Look at that. Antique doily. Super, super pretty. Quick cuts. And it's that big. So, there's my hand. But super, super pretty. I like it. And last but not least, hopefully you guys can be able to see this. Yeah, check this out. This is huge. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have to take this down and do this handheld, so bear with. Watch your eyes. Okay, you ready? there we go. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Super, super pretty. It's pretty good size. It's got to be all of about 24 inches tall. Kind of about yay for thickness, so, you know, not too bad. It's got this cute little latch on it. And this, look at that label. It says $59.99, but it was 50% off, and then the additional 20% off your entire purchase. So, check that out. Super, super cool. I really like it. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it, but yeah, and there you can see the hot mess of everything else that's there. So, there's that. Okay, watch your eyes. There we go. Okay, so that is my mess. That is my haul. And yeah, I think I'm done shopping for a while. So, thank you guys for watching. Comment, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think, or send me a private message, and I will do what I can about getting that answered for you. So, thanks everybody for watching, and you have a really nice day. Bye.